guys, welcome back. It's me, Jen, and today we are working with the BTArtBox soft gel pre-buffed nail tips that they just came out with. I am so excited to try these and also compare these to the Apres pre-colored tips. So let's go. Alright guys, so BTArtBox sent me these two styles that they have. They came out with these and they are pre-buffed soft gel tips. You can soak them off just like any other soft gel tip. On the back, it shows you that for now, they have 3 different styles, which is medium almond, ballerina, and square, and they come in 3 different colors. So they both say peach, natural, and pink on the front. So what color do I have? I'm assuming this is like peach and this is natural, or maybe pink and natural. But to start off, these are sold on Amazon and their website, but most of us usually shop on Amazon for their stuff, and currently it is selling for $14.97 right now. Let me pull up these ones from Apres. I know there is a glare, I'm sorry, there's nothing I can do about it with the plastic, but in comparison with Apres, you get 150 pieces, you get 150 here, but you only get 11 sizes and you get 15 sizes with these ones. And the thing that like BTArtBox is sort of like selling on this is that like there's a size for everyone. Hopefully, anyways. Like everyone will be able to find a size. They're supposed to fit comfortably on both arched and flat nails. Now that is a big claim, but hey, let's see, because I've got a little bit of both, so we'll be testing that out. Let me go ahead and get these out of the boxes so we can kind of look more into them, and I'll be right back. Okay, so on Amazon, they actually call these brown. So these are their medium coffin style, and you know how I feel about these things. Now, here's a shocker for you. These are $14.99 on Apres website. I had no idea that they were that cheap. I thought they were like $19.99, but I do remember them being pretty inexpensive. Like I bought these from their website, not Amazon, and I do remember them being pretty inexpensive, but that's crazy. They're the same price. I was not expecting that. I was expecting these to be like a lot more, but I mean, so far, it seems like you're getting a little bit more bang for your buck. Like you're getting more nails, more styles of nails, I should say. As far as the strength, we don't know yet. So that's what we're going to do right now. Now, I know some of you don't like the bend test, but everyone has requested that I do that. So I'm going to do it with both of these in comparison to the Apres tips. And we'll see what happens here. So I'm just going to go ahead, and I know that like this thumb is way too big for me. So let me just double check. I know that's way too big for me, so I'm just going to go ahead and take that off, and I'm going to take it off of here as well, and that's what we'll use in our little test here. And then we'll get to applying, because I really want to see how these things fit. Let me grab the thumb out of here. Now, I have only worn these once, these ones. They fit comfortably. I like them. They fit like any other Apres tip does, but I will say like the convenience of having the tips colored is so nice because you can just go in with your artwork and like be done. You don't have to do anything else. Like I wore these to a wedding and it was super easy. I did like these really cute French nails. There's like a thin fringe line with like a champagne liner like next to it, and that was it. And I was like on my way. So anyways, let's go ahead and first we'll start with this one. Right off the bat, these ones are much thicker at the ends than let's say like their clear tips. I don't know if that's because like there's a color. Ooh! I don't know if that's because there's a color added to here. I'm going to compare with this one because they're the same shape. And sometimes when you're comparing like a different shape, it can be different. I will still do the bend test. But as far as like thickness, I mean, right off the bat, these are much, much wider than their largest size. If you can see that, let me try to get a good look. Like these are much wider than their larger size. So for someone was asking me the other day about like thumb sizes on tips and how like they had a hard time finding the right size. This might be a good option for you. As far as like the thinness, I'd say they're pretty equal at the cuticle. It's so hard to get a shot of this, but I will do my best to hold it up to the camera so that we can sort of like zoom in here. I'm gonna zoom in on this one and then bring this right next to it, and maybe we can kind of see. I hope you can see the thickness as far as how they go. Now, what I'm going to do is I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to bend this one in half and see what happens. It's very strong, I will say. It's a very sturdy nail. And they do mention that it's very thick at the tip so that the nail doesn't break on you. Like, I'm having a hard time bending it, but let's see how well that like bounces back. Because, I mean, I feel like I just trashed this nail. Sorry. This always happens when I have to hold on to these little nails. I'm throwing them all over the place. Oh shoot, I just bent it back here because that's how thin it is. All right, let me bend you back. Go back. It's like hard to see a line, but I totally just disfigured this nail, like by bending it. I bent back here. Yeah, I mean, I don't see a line, but like if you can see what that looks like right now over here, I like totally bent the crap out of it and it doesn't want to go back into like its shape. So that's not really a good thing. All right, I don't know if you can kind of tell. It's still got a little bit of bend, but the line is gone. I mean, the shape is back, the line is gone. So it's so weird to feel that like matte texture in my hands because it feels thicker. But then when you really go over here and try to bend this one, it's really the same. So I'm going to try to bend this one now and see what happens. And if I didn't explain what the benefit of pre-buffed nails are, is that it saves you so much time. It saves you time in application because you don't have to buff the tip when you're putting them on. And then it saves you time with art because you don't have to buff the top of the tip when you want to start your artwork. There's a slight line in this one. It's hard to see because it's colored. I'm trying to get it back, but there's actually a white line on here. And I mean, like, listen, I'm not cheating. I'm trying to push it back into place. But yeah, there's a little bit of bend at the back, just like this one. I did get the line to go away, but if you were here, you'd see it. It's really difficult to see, I feel like, on camera, but I can still see like a faint white line running through the center of this nail right now. I don't know if I can zoom in on it. There's a glare, so it'd be hard to tell, but there's a little bit of one. But as far as like it getting back to shape, it still has that bit of bend in the back. And that, I believe, the reason why these are so thin, both of them by the cuticle, is so that you can actually cure them. Because if they were thick and this wasn't translucent, you would not be able to cure them onto your nail. All right, and just for like and giggles, let's go ahead and do this one. Why not? And he feels the same. Like, they both feel really, really tough at the tip. But this one, like, my God, I'm having a hard time bending. Like, it's hard. You can see I'm putting pressure on my nail. So I gotta bend as much as I can. I can't even bend it enough to get a like significant white line, but I don't even know if I can get this back like to the way it was. My God. Well, that one went like, yeah, it's still got like a little bit of bump here on the back end, but they all do. This one's even harder to see because it's like the same shade as my table, but overall, I think comparatively, they both feel pretty darn good. Let's go ahead and get these babies on and see how they feel, because that can be a total difference. So I'm just going to size out my tips and we're going to start applying. I did want to just show you the tip of the nail because as I'm like saying, oh my God, it's hard to bend, it's strong. Maybe you're thinking that it's like super thick, but it's actually not very thick at the end of the nail. It may be like a smidge thicker than like a couple other nails, but for the most part, I think they're still pretty thin, but these are strong nails. Like, it's crazy. All right, I am back. Now, the instructions say to use their like 4-in-1 gel glue. I don't have that, so I'm just gonna stick with my McCart nail glue in the tube. I love this stuff, so I've like literally exclusively been using that. Just on my nails, I went ahead and prepped them off camera, and then I put some nail primer and dehydrator, and then a layer of this nail plumper in Flattery from McCart, just as like a nice base gel. And yes, that is a blister on my pinky because I burnt my finger over the weekend on a teapot. Don't ask. Okay, so I'm gonna start with my pinky over here. And essentially this is the same thing. You just put a little bit in the well of the tip and cure it. So I have my little donut lamp like off screen over here. So that's where I will be flash curing them because I like to flash cure. And then once I get to my thumb, I just put all my hands in the lamp, and it just makes my life so much easier. So I have gotten a little bit better about knowing sort of like the ratio of gel in here. This stuff you do not need much at all. It sort of suctions on your nails really nicely. So that's why I feel pretty good about using it with these, because I just wanted to use something nice and strong that I know will essentially cure. Now it's a matter of getting this tip on here and in place. I don't know why this one's not wanting. There we go. You kind of have to like squish it down, create that suction before you can cure it. But I got a little bit of spillage here, so I gotta wipe that off. Okay, I am going to go ahead and turn my lamp on, which you'll probably see now, and hold this under. And I love this because I can make sure that my nail is nice and straight or not. I don't know why it's not wanting to stay in place. But I have a little bit of time to like make sure that it's in place. And if you get some out, just like I just wipe it off. Just wipe it off really quickly and go back to curing. I'm getting really close to this lamp because I'm a little nervous about these actually curing. Being how opaque they are, I just don't know like if this is really gonna work or not. I don't know. I'm like not trusting it. I know that it should, but I'm not. I don't trust it. It's on there though. I mean, let's see. It's not fully cured, so I don't want to go crazy, but yeah, it's on there. I don't want to like yank it off because I could do that since it's not fully cured. Okay, I'm gonna do one more so you guys can see that because I feel like I did a really bad job. The pinky is my least favorite nail of applying tips. So I'm gonna do one more and just show you guys, and hopefully you can sort of get like a better look at what I'm doing. I'm gonna shut up though. All right, well that's it. I mean, they're on. They feel pretty comfortable. I know that they don't go with my skin tone. Like, I get it. But I'm gonna be doing something next week with them. So I might try to put some of this nail plumper on top to like pinken it up. I do want to just wipe my nails real quick because I feel sticky from like wiping the gel off. I know I shouldn't use my fingers to do it, but sometimes I did. But I just want to give everything a good wipe. Like the undersides of my nails, sometimes they feel kind of sticky. I mean, it feels secure. Like they feel like they cured. They look like they did. I do have like a little air bubble right here, which I hope is not a problem. But like I said, this stuff makes it so much easier to put nail tips on with. I really like this. I don't know. I mean, I'll be back to kind of give you my final opinion, but they feel pretty good right now. All right, I know there's a glare. I can't help it. It's plastic packaging. I'm sorry, guys. As far as my final opinions are, the one thing that I'm going to say is that it took me longer to prep my nails than it did to put these nails on. They're already buffed. They are ready to go. That time, to me, is money. The quicker I can put nails on for a video, the quicker I can film a video and get it out to you guys. So, for me, the convenience of really not having to do anything means a lot. Do I feel like Gel X feels a touch like nicer? By like a hair, literally by a hair. I don't think that there's that big of a difference between these and these. And the only reason why I feel like these feel a little bit nicer is because they're shiny. So it almost feels like a little bit softer when you're touching them. But I honestly can't tell the difference, guys. And for those of you that have a hard time finding sizes, I think that these would be really great for you because typically I use the smallest size in a set for my pinky. I used like the third size down. So this is a 12 and they had a 13 and a 14 after that. I pretty much stuck to the same sizes for the rest of the nails, but like there's so many sizes left. It was crazy. So I do think that this might be a good option for some people. And as you saw, like the 0 to 0 in each box, these were way bigger than a double 0 in the Apres. So I do think for those of you that have a hard time finding sizes, these might be a great option. And for those of you that are looking to save time, they might be a great option. I do want to say thank you to BTArtBox for letting me try out their new tips. And I cannot wait till they come out with some more lengths and sizes. For now, they just have the medium and short length, I think, that I saw on Amazon. So I can't wait for them to get a little little bit longer, so I have some more, you know, nail estate, as Susie would say. Yeah, I know it's a really bad color for my skin tone. But I've been doing so many almond nails that I wanted to switch it up. And like I said, it's going to be colored with, like, it's going to be totally painted over next week. So don't forget to stick around and see next week's video. I'm going to be playing with some Maniology stamping plates. So I'm excited for that. Thank you guys so much for your love and support. I hope you have a wonderful holiday Christmas season. Love you guys. Don't forget before you leave to subscribe, give this video a thumbs up, and hit that bell notification button so you never miss a mani with me. Bye guys!